Hey, good morning, everyone. It's the inspector back with you once again. And another week has gone by, so another shave. I got a little bit of an eye irritation, which I get sometimes, but I'm not letting that stopping me. It's mid-morning Saturday, and we're gonna do a shave. So yesterday, I just did a one pass because I wanted to be halfway presentable for work. I just did a quick one pass shave. So if you don't want to do the full thing and just want to get through the day, like I did, that's what I do. But right now I have a couple of hours going to be going to like a beach party, so I want to look good. All right, so what are we going to do today? Well, first we're going to go with, what should I do first? All right, go with the razor. How's that? Yaqi DS Cosmetics line is jumbled in my head. I believe this is a Yaqi. It's a Katana handle, and this is a Trotter head with a half DE blade. I think I have a Perma-Sharp in here, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I put in a number of days ago. But anyhow, this looks like, you can see that? I'm looking at a medium shave here, maybe a medium high on the aggression level, just judging by this, but we'll see how it operates on the face. This has some vertical knurling, but if you want to increase the grip, you can put some alum on your fingers. That's what I'm going to do. So just to show you that, to increase the grip, you wet your fingers a little bit on the alum, and then it'll give you a better grip. You can reapply between passes, whatever. All right. Shave cream. I got this off of, you can get it off eBay or Amazon. It's called, what's it called? X Micro. Okay, X Micro. This is a cream, a bona fide sandalwood cream, very lightly scented. I tried this out. Yes, it does lather, and it did pretty well the first time around. So, it comes with a cover. I pretty much leave the cover on to keep in the moisture and just scoop out a little bit. That's how it is. You can see it's a true cream because how the cream lies in the container. It's about looks like it's a 3-ounce deal here. And that's like 10 bucks, a little bit under 10 bucks. Goodbye. In my opinion, for the bowl, I got this a couple of months ago from Teton Shaves. It's like a silicone, you can travel with it, a bowl, and it's pliable, but it holds its shape pretty well, and so it's pretty cool. So this is about 20 bucks. So we're going to be using this as a lather bowl. So that's new. Also new, I got Yaqi brush, Yaqi Nebula synthetic fan. Very soft, very nice. First use, what I do, I just lather it up with just normal soap, rinse it out, get anything that's inside the brush out of it, whether it's synthetic like this or a badger brush, doesn't matter. I do the same thing on the first use because they can have some stuff. Now, if there's badger and you want to get the odor out, in some of them, you can lather it, do test lathers, and you can use some vinegar. I wouldn't use any harsh chemicals on any brush, whether it's synthetic or natural. Just natural stuff, vinegar, soap, regular soap. There's brush cleaning products for that. All right, so stage has been set. Yeah, we'll do a head shave afterwards. And first step is we're going to let's scoop out. Got my razor company scoop here, and we're gonna scoop out enough for a head shave and a face shave. I'm gonna go with about this amount here. You can see, and that should do it. That should do it. If we need to, we can always add more. Well, let's add a touch more. How's that? Yeah, that should do it right there. I'm guessing. All right. So I'll just take it off of my spoon here, put it in the bowl. This is a smooth bottom bowl. Doesn't have ridges or nothing, but plenty of room to lather in. So we'll see how this does. I think I used this once before, but all right. So yeah, it's lightly scented, but it's very nice. Sandalwood. So all right. We'll wet our face. How's that? Wet our face. After it's been thoroughly sanitized, I have my Razor Rock alum stick here, big alum block with the holder on it. So I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna get some good grip on the, don't need it, but it serves both purposes. We're gonna wet the brush like we normally do. You don't have to soak it synthetic, some guys do. If you wanna do it, that's fine, but I don't. Anyhow, warm water. I'm gonna gently squeeze, shake out a couple of times, go in with the damp brush, and then we'll go in with water as we need it. So you can see everything is up inside the bowl and onto the brush. All right, so we're gonna start adding some water to this now. Sometimes when you get these creams, some of them, they don't tell you if it's a foaming or not, or lathering or not. So it's sort of hit or miss, I guess, sometimes. But this was a hit because it did, and it did a good job from last time. We'll see how it does this time around. We add a little bit more water, nice and hydrated. And this is doing really nicely in the bowl. Plenty of room. Okay, very nice bowl. Very easy to, the silicone to grab onto, even with wet hands. Pretty damn decent bowl for 20 bucks, in my opinion. Okay, let's work this in. And yeah, the scent is very light, but look at how it's going on here like silk. So for $9, all right, for this quality cream is a buy. Is a buy. Like I said, eBay, or sometimes last time, one of the times I checked, this was out of stock, but I'm sure it'll get more in. This rated really high, like a 4.7, I think. So I look toward that too. I also read the reviews, because some guys, especially with razors, it's the first time using a safety razor, get skewed results because they said, oh, they got nicks and all, but they're inexperienced, some of them, and it's user error when it comes to especially razors. But yeah, this is very nice, very nice. All right, let that set. We'll get our razor, give it another wet, perfect grip. All right, we'll start. See how this is. All right, hearing the feedback for sure. And very nice. No pressure. Wow. Yeah, feels great. Wow. For some of you, because it's a little more aggressive, a medium, I I would recommend this to this head, this Globetrotter head, and a lot of the Yaqi half DEs. They tend to be on a little bit more aggressive side, a lot of them. So, in my opinion, and this is definitely has some blade feel to it. So you want to go slow, and you want to go light, but you can sort of tell through the look of that, you know, there's some exposure there. But as far as the quality of the razor, top notch. Like I said, with these half DE razors, you have to be a little bit more precise with a light touch. No pressure, short strokes. Measured. Now, if you want to tone this down, use like a AccuForge, which is a lab blue, okay, Persona, rebranded. So, if you want sheer cutting power, along with some smoothness, you go to like a Gillette Platinum or Permasharp, whatever suits you. You can you know, finagle your way around that little part of it, and that could make a difference for you. But I would say this head is for guys who have some experience and like a little bit more of an aggressive shave. This is definitely not like your average super speed Gillette, but nonetheless, it's for me, it's doing one hell of a job so far. And this cream, I'm liking it. We'll see how this does on the second pass situation. All right, so I'm taking very short strokes. Got myself a little bit down there. Yeah, you have to be a little careful with this one, guys. But all right, we'll rinse. Oh. Yes, I have my stick pencil always at the ready. Whether you're at home, especially if you're traveling, bring yourself an alum block or an alum stick with you. Okay, it doesn't take too much room up in your dop kit, but it's definitely comes in handy. I like an alum stick rather than an alum block. a styptic stick, I should say, styptic pencil, because it's more concentrated and stops the bleeding better for me. So even if I get weepers, most times I'll just use my styptic pencil for that. But you have to remember, you do it, rub it in really well, leave it, and then 30 seconds, a minute, once it stops, rinse it off. You don't want that residue on your face, dries out your skin. So afterwards, you may want to put some balm on your face to follow up with that. And this is, like I said, very lightly scented. So if you like very little scent in what scent there is, it's very pleasing. So that shouldn't play into it at all, unless you like heavier scented creams. But, you know, all right, here we go. Second pass. Against the grain, we'll just lay it on the face. This is a well-balanced, to me, razor between the handle and the head. I don't like head-heavy razors. It could be a little heavier, but balanced. And that makes a huge difference. I don't know about you guys, but for me it does. If you agree or disagree, that's fine. You could always, to your comments, just be respectful, guys, please. We are not here to have contentious arguments over shave gear. If I see something like that posted, I'll just delete it immediately. This is a sharing type of hobby. This is why we do shaves, you know, like this, and to share ideas and whatever. It's not about who's right, competition, or anything like that. Respect your fellow shavers. You know, this is a hobby that we need to grow as much as possible, and every one of you that contributes by doing what you do, either in the forums or just with your dealings with other people. You know, just make it count, your contribution, that's all. So a nice long handle. I like it. I like it. These, I forgot what I paid for this, but it wasn't bad. But you know, these days they hit you with the shipping charges, and so hopefully in time that'll go away. But you know, a lot of stuff on AliExpress, some of it is still free shipping, but they still manage to add an extra charge on you at the end. So be aware of that. Okay, so yeah, what a clean, nice shave. And so what's next is our goatee area. So this is my sensitive area here. So usually if I get a cut or weeper, yeah, 99% of the time it's in this area. Nice and light. Now I'm going to come across for the hair that goes out this way. And then I'll just buff smartly on my chin. And you guys know if I use a shavette, yeah, I have to be really careful, like everyone else, but for myself, more than, you know, more than your average bear, I think, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'll be doing some shavette shaves for you guys. Very small percentage of guys in the wet shaving world use the shavettes. I'm not talking about regular straight razor, replaceable blade called shavettes. Okay, so, and do you have to be more on point than your average regular straight? Yes, it's less forgiving, absolutely. But it's like anything else skill. Guys, you learn a skill and you learn it well. And the satisfaction that, know this, once you start having really nice shavette shaves, you can shave with anything out there. You really can. I'm just saying that from experience and from a guy who doesn't do it a lot, but it's a learning curve, absolutely. Now here is where I have to be the most careful because that blade exposure. So lay it on your face carefully. And then go from there. Now, what I mean specifically, I will show you. I'm just getting this last bit off the bottom of my lip here. Very nice. Like this. Start out that way. Flat, shallow. And then work your way out just until you hear it cutting. Yeah, this is definitely more aggressive than, let's say, your Parker Solo Edge or your Henson, or that's a double edge, I get it, but your other single edge razors, including your non-adjustable injectors. Like here, really short strokes, light. And you hear the feedback. And on my lip is where I can really feel how aggressive a razor is. Nice. Okay, we have a little bit here, but no big deal. Yeah, rinse it off. So Great shave. You have to be careful, absolutely, with this. Is one of those razors that you just can't whip around your face. You have to be mindful. I'm feeling around. There's a little area down here. I'm going to do a light sweep under my neck, my chin here. See that? Very light. Until I don't hear any more whiskers, and that's it. Right? A little cleanup there. Okay. Let's see how we do. Very nice. Exceptional. All right. Hit it with some thayers here. How's that? Cucumber mist. Oh, such a joy. We'll do the same thing with the head for the head shave. All right, so let me clean up here. Sorry, guys. This place gets messy. All right. And we'll go to our Save My Blades here and pick out the Schick. Rinse that off. The Schick Extreme disposable. All right, rinsed it off. Let's lather up the head here. So a lot of you guys saw my head shave video with the daily OC open comb DE from Razor Rock, and I was so impressed. If you have time, definitely. Most times I'm using a pivoting head, but if I have some time, man, that was a grade A shave. All right, so I'm gonna do the north to south here, then we'll go the opposite way. I have a couple of days growth on here since then. My last shave was, I think, let's say Wednesday. It was Wednesday with my head shave. Most I do it all at the same time, but sometimes I don't with my head. Sometimes I'll do it at night. And so I'm fresh, ready to go in the morning. But that's how I work it in. Okay, so I'm gonna get around my ears carefully here, and then just get the neck really well, guys, really well. Lather up again. So, of course, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around the back side and come across, do a cross grain. And then we'll do the rest south to north. I like doing this because it really gets the back close and I'm not missing anything. May miss a tiny bit from my previous pass, and this just takes care of that automatically. It's very smooth. So, all right, nice. Yeah. So I'm going to relather the back there. And yeah. See, we have plenty of lather. That's no problem. Most times, guys, when you use a cream, some of you don't mostly use soaps, but you know, if you use creams, most of the time, guys, you really don't need a ton of cream. Rule of thumb is use as much soap as you do cream. As far as you know, I would go for like start with a nickel amount for me, especially do both head and face. Most cases that should be enough. Hey, if you run short, you can always add a little bit more. You don't want to unnecessarily waste, especially your cream. I know we have tons of soap and all that, but you know, I scoop mine most of the time. And yes, can you get more shaves out of a tub of soap if you lather in the tub? Yes. For me, it's not an issue of using the soap because more or less soap because I have so much of it, but it's more about, for me, scooping it as I'm preserving the soap and the scent and all that stuff. You know, if it's a true cream or crope, the only time I lather in the bowl usually is for a hard soap, like a triple milled, like a tobacco, or anything like really hard. Because when I scoop it, it's a mess because it's so hard. It just, you know, splinters and all that stuff. And I don't dig that. But anyhow, we got one hell of a shave. Pay attention really to your ears here. Just take your time, and you don't want any stray hairs right down there. So, all right, we're gonna rinse this. It does a great job. All right, we'll put it to preserve the blades in my Save My Blades solution. Okay. Yeah, I think we have to place it in here so that we're all laying flat like that. All right, let's rinse here. Go to the towel. All right. We'll hit it up with some theirs. Oh, nice, very nice. Wow, did I make a mess on my mirror here, guys? It's just, wow. All right, so just wipe that down. All right, so yeah, later on we'll follow it up. Either it'll probably be, for me, it will probably be a CAD aftershave cologne situation, or a Piacenza. I think I have that with some menthol, if I'm not mistaken, on a hot day. It should be about nice, about about 80 today. Very nice still. Get warmer later on in the week, but X Micro shave cream sandalwood, very lightly scented, very, but 3 ounces, really good performing cream. Get it on eBay or Amazon. Sometimes they're out of stock on Amazon, but is it worth it for especially budget? Yeah, I think this is a really good buy for a really quality cream no one's probably heard of before. At this point, guys, I like getting things that, a number of things that are off the beaten path that a lot of you guys don't know about, or something that you may be curious. It doesn't mean you have to buy everything, but me, I'm a hardcore hobbyist, and yeah, that's part of what I do, okay? And a lot of you guys know that. All right. So we did the cream, all right? Yeah, Katana style handle, Yaqi or DS Cosmetics, no, but Trotter head, more on the a little bit more high medium aggressive side there, and I got a little. Okay, just to see, like I'm saying, my styptic. All right, take it out, rub it in, a little bit down here and up here. Change of course. All right, so I'm going to rinse that, dry it, and let it air dry for a day or so. All right, sometimes I just leave it uncapped. All right, so you can see it's gone, whatever there was. Take some cold water, just rinse it off. Yeah, so the Katana with the Globetrotter head, yeah, tone it down with the less sharp blade, but it's definitely, it's a great razor. I love it. Not a beginner razor, guys, not a beginner razor, in my opinion. The Yaqi Nebula fan looks like a 28 millimeter. Very nice. The Teton Shaves silicone bowl. It comes with the top. Good for travel. Top goes on. Pliable, and it's nice. You could fit, like your sample aftershaves or little things of soap. Sample soaps in here too, if you need to. That's an idea. Yeah, we use the Razor Rock alum, the alum block, to get a more of a grip on our razor if you need it. So we'll put that back. All right, right in its place, and that is just about it. How about let's use a balm, huh? Let's use a balm. All right. I have this out. Well, Arance Marandini is one I have right there, along with the Piacenza Great Summertime Scents. Mandarin Orange. This is your classic Italian Acqua di Parma type scents. I'm just gonna rub it in really well, and love these Sterling products. Just top-notch customer service with Rod and Mandy, and so most of you guys know about Sterling. If you're a newbie, get to know it. Get to know the brand and the people behind the brand. First class. And hey, that's all we got. Probably want to do another video due to film a TRC video. and that will be on brush care. So tune into the TRC YouTube channel. You'll see me there on sometimes on occasions, along with a lot of great other folks. Guys, until then, enjoy your Saturday and Sunday, and we will see you again soon. Take care.